Hey, welcome. Welcome once again to Cars, Golf, and Cigars. If you didn't know that, you can read my hat, which all the merchandise will be on sale like always. Don't forget to check out that Etsy store. But right now, I'm your man, Sedans Sterling, and I'm so happy to be here with y'all. We're going to go over this beautiful beast behind me, one of my favorite car manufacturers, Mercedes-Benz. This was a real treat right here. You know, one of my boys hit me up, and he said, listen, man, my man Tim, big shout out to Tim, big shout out to my boy Tim, absolutely. He hit me up and said, listen, bro, I like what you do. I've been watching it. I've been checking out the channel since you started it. And the only thing is, you have never put my car on there. So come get the keys. People love to give me their keys, and I appreciate it. And he said, yo, do a review on mine. So we're going to take this S550 out, 4MATIC, and we're going to talk about it. And then I'm going to compare it to my cool school S430 Mercedes, which is about 10 years older than this. This is a 2016. So let's get right into it. Let's talk about it. And let's do some comparison about the W220 and the W221. All right? Stick with me. Cars, Golf, and Cigars. This is your man, Sedans Sterling. Let's get in the car and let's go drive this thing. Hey, welcome back. Welcome back to Cars, Golf, and Cigars. I'm your man, Sedans Sterling, and I appreciate y'all being here with me. This episode is all about this S550 Mercedes-Benz 4MATIC 2016. Now, I'm going to give you the quick specs about it because I really want to do a comparison to the W220, and this now is the W221. You know, two different generations, but all came from the same mindset, the same class, the S class, which is the most luxurious Mercedes-Benz sedan you can purchase. The only thing above this, now you got to go to the Maybachs. There's nothing wrong with those either. I say go buy one if you can. I say go get one. But before we start it, like I always do, thank you. Thank you to everybody that watches the channel. Thank you to everybody that told somebody about the channel. Word of mouth is how you build a brand. So if you want to build your brand, people got to talk about it. And I appreciate everybody who talks about what I do, what the channel is about, and people that really enjoy themselves watching Cars, Golf, and Cigars. And since this is my man's Mercedes, this is not my Mercedes, we're not burning a stick in it today. Even though I really would, but I'm not going to do my man like that. Unless he was here, then we would burn a stick together because he's also a cigar guy. But I don't want to disrespect my man's interior. You know what I mean? I don't know how he feel about that. Either way, this right here is for all of my Mercedes lovers. And for the people that are not familiar with the manufacturer, let me bring you up to speed real quick. Let's get this stuff going though. Let's start driving. Because we want to get as much of this episode in while we still got a little bit of sunlight, okay? And we can talk while we drive. Y'all just hanging out with me anyway, so hang out with your boy, all right? Now, the first thing people need to know, Mercedes is the very first car ever manufactured, right? Everybody should know that. The very first car ever made was a Mercedes-Benz. And their slogan, their company's mindset, everything is real simple. It's either the best or nothing. Big shout out to my man Mark Pitts, my man. That's my dude right there. Big Mercedes associate out there in Marietta, Georgia. Okay. Also big shout out to Buckhead Mercedes-Benz of Buckhead. Can't leave them out. Mercedes was the very first manufacturer. The very first car ever made was made by Mercedes. And ever since then, they've been the leader when it comes to luxury, when it comes to style. I want to say performance, but no, they haven't been the leader when it comes to that until later on when they created the AMG. But Mercedes were the leader in performance when they first was manufactured, you know, because everybody was racing cars back then. Mercedes was racing against Bentley. Bentley was racing against Volkswagen, and so on and so forth, right? And all out in Europe. That's why all these cars are German. So to this day, they absolutely hit the nail. They hit the hammer. They hit the nail with the hammer right on the head, because they make the most luxurious cars. I don't know if that's luxurious as a word, but y'all know what I mean. But they really, really do. This car right here, like I said, once again, it's a 2016 S550 4MATIC Mercedes-Benz. Well, let's go to the specs. This is a 450 horsepower vehicle, okay? It's super heavy, but it's super comfortable, but it's super light on its feet. It's agile. The steering is precise on this car. But all Mercedes, I got to give them, their steering is really good. Even the new CLAs is catching a little flack, but hey. But the steering is absolutely phenomenal on this vehicle. This vehicle was made for comfort. It wasn't made for speed, but she gives you a lot of that with the 550. Now, if you move up to the, now you gotta move up to the AMG, which you'll go to the AMG S63, and then you probably can get 505. I believe that's 505 horsepower if you move up to that. But do you really need it? You probably really don't, because this car is not made for that. This car is made for pure enjoyment of driving. Okay, while I'm speaking to you, the massage settings are definitely massaging my back while we're speaking right now. Now I want to get into the comparisons to my Mercedes and this Mercedes. My W220, this W221. The features. This is so well updated, of course, well it should be after all these years. Tech-wise, info system-wise, massage seats, like I said, everything in this car was made for comfort. Comfort, comfort, comfort. This is a long-distance driving vehicle. It's one of the vehicles that you actually could take from here to Florida on a road trip, you know? And I have to tell you, before I get into things that I may not like about it, because you know I'm going to tell you some things I don't like about it, this is a damn good car. Damn good car. It really is. When I say solid vehicle, solid. I can't give it anything I can't say nothing negative about it. But I'm going to definitely give y'all my criticism while we're driving it. See, right now we're in traffic, so we really can't open her up just yet, but we are in a few seconds. Criticism. The one thing I would say about Mercedes, and I know a lot of people can disagree, agree, however you feel, but it is what it is. Mercedes does have a reputation for having electronical problems. Something electronical will break down after a while. Coding, I'm talking programming, I'm talking their computers. If your car going to limp mode, it's not a situation where you can just do some regular Joe Schmo mechanic work. You basically have to get new computers. And once you get the new computers, you have to get the whole car reprogrammed. I know. I've been there. I had to do that. That's my only major criticism about this. Second thing I would say, they're known for having some of the best wheel packages in the auto industry. But for some reason, a lot of Mercedes always have problems when it comes to their PSI, when it comes to the tires. I don't know if it's just the way the wheel packages are made, but you will always have a slow leak in one of your tires. Always have a slow leak if you know, from the Mercedes rims. Maybe not right away, but within the first 7-8 months of driving your car, you're going to realize you got some slow leaks, and you're always going to be looking for air until you actually change the rim out or something like that. Now for maintenance wise, and I say this all the time, I don't want people to be scared of maintenance when it comes to European vehicles. I do know European vehicles cost more. No, it's not like taking a Ford to the dealership and getting something done. No, it's not. An oil change on this car is going to cost you almost $200. Yes, it is. But you're not doing oil changes on a regular basis like you would do other vehicles. You're going to do an oil change on this car maybe twice a year. So you have to think about it. Yeah, you spend maybe $400 on it. Yeah, but it's only twice a year. And you can drive this car so far on you can go 7 to 9,000 miles on the proper oil and filters, and if you really up on your maintenance without even changing anything. They are great cars to have, great cars to own. Now, the biggest thing that I know everybody is that cares about this particular generation is the body style. It went from the W220, which was way more sleeker, it was thinner, it was slimmer, my vehicle. And then they made it aggressive. They made it stand out. They gave it wide fenders in the front, wide fenders in the back. It gave it an aggressive stance, and all of them come with a V8 engine. And this one particularly has a V8 twin turbo, which also has, believe it or not, it has the blue system inside of the engine, which basically is the replica of Echo, fuel economy wise. So you can switch it over to that, and the car will switch over to that after it hits to a certain speed anyway. That actually will save you some gas. And that's huge in today's market, because right now here in New York, we're doing about $4-5 worth of gas, $4 or $5 a gallon worth of gas. Big shout out to the people out in California doing $6 a gallon. Yeah, everybody needs to go EV and just say, the hell with it. We just gonna go EV. We just gonna go get a Lucid or a Tesla. Yeah. So that part of it, I know people are scared about the maintenance, but when you drive it, oh, woo, whoa. A big car is not supposed to do that. A big car is not supposed to do that. Wow. That was pretty serious right there. Pretty serious. Wow. And we didn't even take it on the highway yet. Disclaimer, don't speed. I am not a role model, do not speed. Don't do what I do. But this is what I'm talking about when I say it's a big luxury car that actually gives you performance. So you really do have the best of both worlds with this vehicle. You really do. And it's amazing how Mercedes has completely, once again, always, when it comes to their S-classes, not all their cars, but when it comes to their S-classes, are number one in the four-door big car luxury sedan market. There's no question about it. They are absolutely number one. We're about to take on the road right now. I wanted to make sure I did this review with y'all while I was driving the vehicle, because I didn't want to just sit there and talk about it. You have to be able to say, I'm going to go hang out with Kadan, and I'm about to go ride with him right now while he gets busy in the S-Class, the 550. Oh, man. Oh, she's so serious. This is such a serious car right here. The way that she handles, the way she hug curves for a big car. She doesn't hug a curve like she's a big four-door car. This is a very heavy vehicle, but it's so precise with the steering. It's just so precise. The smallest movement of your wrist, and that's the direction the car goes. It's nothing, and the faster you go, it seems like it's truly, truly easier to drive. It's such a smooth driving vehicle. Just handles the whole turn. No braking, no anything. Just turn your wrist. It hugs the whole turn. Oh man, it's just such a nice car to drive. I can only imagine what the AMG is like. Now she can top out at about 155. If they didn't have the governor on it, this car can really top out at 186. So if we was in Germany right now on the Autobahn, we could push this car to 180, 185 easily. Easily. We need an Autobahn here in the United States of America. We really do. Oh, maybe we don't. Everybody can't drive, so maybe we don't. Now, one thing you got to understand, because, I mean, in today's times, like I just said, everybody's going EV. Everybody wants to get an electric car, this, that, and the third, and I'm kind of with them now. I think we kind of forced to do it, right? This girl right here drinks a lot of gas, okay? Just understand what you're getting into. This girl right here drinks a lot of gas. This is a 93 octane vehicle only. Do not ever play yourself and try to put anything else in this car. It's just no good for the engine. But if you stay on top of your maintenance, you can actually have one of these forever. Forever. And I would advise anybody. From my personal cars, golf, and cigars scale of 1 to 10 on vehicles, this definitely has to be I would give it a 7.5, close to an 8 for luxury vehicles. Only because there are certain other cars that are way more higher, even more than this in luxury, and is out of its price range. But for this price range, now, I don't know how much he paid for this particular one, but it's very well equipped with everything. It comes with everything. Night vision, everything comes with this vehicle, right? But you can actually pick one of these up right now in the market for probably like $22,000 and under. Anywhere between, I would say, 17.5, 15.8 with high mileage, all the way to 24,000. That price range between a 2014 to maybe like a 2018. And it's worth every dollar. This is one of them vehicles that, even though every car depreciates, this is a steal when you get it used. An absolute steal for everything that you're going to get with this spec. You're not going to find cars with night vision, like I said, and the complete camera system front and back is 100% excellent for you to see the whole vehicle, see your surroundings almost in a 360 type situation. You're not going to get a vehicle that actually does back massages and heated back massages. You're not going to get a vehicle with all that. You know, this is such a comfortable atmosphere just to be in and just relaxing. And that's why I think I will always have a Mercedes. I will always own a Mercedes, at least one. I will always own at least one. I probably do want 3, but I would always own at least one. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to close this out. Stick with me. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Now, closing this out, there's a couple of things I definitely want people to be aware of when it comes to not just Mercedes-Benz but any car, but especially S-classes and definitely Mercedes-Benz S-classes. Beautiful cars, drive wonderful. It's a driving, comfortable machine. But you have to be aware and be very knowledgeable of the fact that this is an air suspense ride vehicle, front and back. And if those air shocks go out, and they will, because they leak, okay? They are $1,500 to $2,000 per shock. So do the math. You got 4 of them in your car. So it could be $3,000 to fix the 2 in the front. Not fix, replace, I'm sorry. Another $3,000 to replace the ones in the back. That's $6,000. And really, even if you can get them cheaper and they might come from another company, if they're not perfectly matched up with that vehicle, they're not going to be compatible and you won't be able to use them. that's something I think people should be aware of, especially with a vehicle like this. But the amenities that you get, the 2 sunroofs, I don't know if you can see both of them, but the 2 sunroofs in the back, of course, one opens up right above the driver and the passenger. The ones in the back passenger doesn't open, but it allows a lot of sunlight to come down and gives you that wonderful ride. And in nighttime, gives you the stars, right? So that's what's up. So that's another thing that I love about this particular vehicle. The amenities in this car is great. It just feels good. It feels like just a big piece of machine, man, that's just wonderful to drive in, you know. But the things that y'all got to know, like I said, and that's what I'm here for, I want to tell y'all, like I said, let's do a recap. Electrical wise, you have to be sure that you know what you're doing. You have to be sure you know your car and you have a right dealer to absolutely take care of your car, or you better have an extended warranty. Because if anything goes in this car electrical, it's going to really throw the whole car off. And these cars are known to go in limp mode a lot. Once something is not reading with something else, it can throw the tranny in limp mode, and it could cost you, who knows, to get it out of there. Whether it's the new computers, whether it's the new CPUs, which basically is you can find it under the passenger seat. But whether anything electrical in this car is going to be a problem if you do not stay on top of it. So those are things to be mindful of. Like I said, the air shocks, they all going to go. I don't care what brand I don't care what generation you have. Eventually, all air shocks are going to go and you're going to have to replace them. Eventually. Transmission-wise, you should not have a problem with this car. Engine-wise, you should not have a problem with this car. Not at all. Not at all. Those things are bulletproof on these Mercedes. You would never, not never, let me correct that. You would rarely find too many S-classes with hard mechanical problems. That's not really, they don't have a reputation for that, you know. So that's good. Let me show you some of this interior, and then we can close this out. You gotta love the dashboard. You gotta love the real hard wood steering wheel. That's real wood right there, you know. I love how they set this up as well, with the speakers right there inside your info system, so you can see how it can actually vibrate when the music is playing. But we got the music off and due to copyright infringements, we're not gonna play any music right now, you know. Just really, really nice in here, man. Really nice. No cheap materials, none of that. Just really nice. Very nice car. Very nice car. I want to tell y'all, thank y'all so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching Cars, Golf, and Cigars. And I really do mean that. Don't forget, we are sponsored. This episode is sponsored by Mogul Riders. Mogul Riders is a collective club of car lovers, motorcycle lovers, but most importantly, entrepreneurs, mogul-minded individuals, men and women who love their toys, but also love to network and love to build things and love to truly create brands and see how one another can work with the next person and helping them create their brand. And that's what Mogul Riders was all about, and that's why I created it, and that's why I wanted people to have something that, you know, for the people that love their toys on Sunday but love to network on Monday. So, hey, if you want to be a part of Mogul Riders, hit me up, mogulriders@gmail.com. Send me a quick, brief bio of your business. What do you do? You know, what's your entrepreneur? What's your journey in business? And also pictures of your toys, so we know whether you should be a part of the AC club or the MC club. And like I always said, man, word of mouth is how you build a brand. And I thank everybody for being here. Keep telling everybody about Cars, Golf, and Cigars. All right? I showed you the W220, the W221, and we do have, I'm doing this for a reason. The setup is for the 2022 S550. Yeah, that's coming. That episode is coming up, all right? I'll see y'all later. Stick with me.